as per my last video of the installation of these X-Pressions Senegalese Twists, they are 40 inches long, meaning once they're installed and split down the middle from your scalp to down to the end, it is 40 inches. So this is how long it is. I am not a long braids person at all by any means. I like to have my braids about like right here, but this is surpassing that by a lot. So, which gets me to my next situation. You may be thinking, well, why don't you just go to the store and get it in a shorter length? I couldn't find any anywhere, not even online, because apparently, and Sam's Beauty, of course, I started with Sam's Beauty, and then Sam's Beauty says we're completely sold out, all colors, all styles, all lengths, we sold out. So I was like, okay, that's cool. It seems like everything that I've been trying and wanting to get are all sold out. Can't find them anywhere. So I decided to just get these, which is the X-Pressions Senegalese Twists. So I said, okay, I like them. If they were shorter, like I told you in my last video, I bought 8 packs and only used 5. So I had plenty left over. So I opened up one pack and I had one in there that was damaged. So I took that and I attached it. And I did an experiment, you guys. I'm gonna try to cut them and recreate the ends. So I took one of them and I tried it out first. And then I'm gonna show you how I did it. So stay tuned. So I'm sure you guys can tell which one is the one that I did and which one was the one that was manufactured. And as you can see, this braid is a little janky. The reason why it's janky is because I have cats, and there was one on the floor and he got at it, and before I can get to it, he already damaged it. So it came unraveled. Did not come unraveled when I cut it. It came unraveled when he was playing with it. And so that's a little weird looking one. So sad. But anyway, that's why I took this one to practice with. And the same for you guys. Take one, practice with it instead of just using the ones that are in your hair already. So I had 3 extra packs to work with. I'm going to show you the endings that I created, the end that I created on there. So this one is the manufactured one, and this one is the end that I recreated using scissors and palm rolling. When it's in your hair and it's all said and done, no one's walking up to you and saying, let me see the ends of your hair. No one's looking at that. They can care less. It does not look any different. One of the crochet braids that's already in, and this is the one that I recreated. So I cut off a good bit. I want you guys to make sure that you're practicing with some of your extras that you have lying around. Don't come at me in the comment section below saying, she made me ruin my hair and all this stuff. I'm not here to ruin your hair, so don't be coming at me. I'm just here to help, okay? You don't have to do it if you don't want to. With that being said, let's see if you can tell the difference. This is one crochet braid that comes in a pack. All it is folded in half and pulled through your cornrow and just looped on. It doesn't have its own little loop. It makes its loop by folding it in half. That's different than the average crochet braid, but that's okay. What that does is it makes it so that instead of putting 1 crochet braid in, you're putting in 2. So what I did with this, I put this in. So I only cut one side, you guys. Only cut one side of the braid. And then I re-looped it again so that they were even. I've looked at YouTube videos over the years, other videos over the years, about how to do twists, like making your own. Like you would do crochet braids and you will pull in loose hair and try to braid it. But the ends were always so weird. The ends, once they are in your hair, they're not jagged enough to create this little pointy little ending here. So these are the supplies that I needed to create that. And it's really quick, actually. It was way quicker than I thought it was going to be. So what I did was, these are the supplies I needed. Of course, I needed a pair of scissors. These are my favorite crafting scissors. These are made by Fiskars. They are super sharp, very dangerous, and I've almost killed myself on these. Then I had one of these scissors here, which are like, I don't know what these are called exactly, but I will have a link for them below. Basically, they are not regular scissors. They have like a little comb on the end. You see that? And the other side is sharp. So a pair of these scissors, whatever they are. You're gonna need your crochet hook, obviously, your crochet latch hook. A rat tail comb. The rat tail is not the important part, just the fact that it's a small tooth comb. Why didn't I just say small tooth comb? God. And then this is just my last resort, is a lighter. And then just whatever gel that you use that has a hold. For me, it is the 𝕊𝕊𝕆𝕆𝕆. So I just have the clear kind of 𝕊𝕊𝕆𝕆. I don't have a problem with it. If there's any other gel that you have that you know holds with you and all your hair care needs, use that. We just need gel. This is what I'm using. Just practice. When you're doing this video first, do it with a practice crochet braid. Don't do it with the braids that are in your head. All right, so here we go. We in action. This is one crochet braid that is split into two, okay? So now what I would do is I wouldn't cut both ends because that makes it so that you have more work. I just took one end and I cut one. Have a little plastic bag handy. Even when you're cutting your hair, cutting this hair, it jumps everywhere. You can't get all the hair, but at least you can get most of it. I took one of them and I just fearlessly cut it. So now what you have is one short one, one long one. So what I did was I just pulled it, and what I'm doing is I am pulling it because I'm evening them out. They don't have to be super duper even, but you know, just enough, okay? So now they're pretty close in length. So now I'm going to unravel this because it's gonna wanna unravel, okay? So now I'm gonna unravel it. So I have these endings. You're gonna take your small tooth comb and you're gonna comb it out. You may be like, oh my God, what are you doing? But it's okay. So when you're trying to do that really scraggly end, you can't accomplish that with hair that is straight blunt across. So when you're gonna wanna cut it this way and this way. You're trying to create a long scraggly piece in the middle so that it will create and make it look like this little end here. You're gonna need this to be less blunt. So now what I'm gonna do, like I said, that upside down triangle, keep in mind the upside down triangle when you're doing this. So I'm just gonna cut like this, because I'm trying to get that long little scraggly piece, and this hair just goes everywhere, so you might as well just disregard this bag and just throw it on the floor like hairdressers do. Hey, so upside down triangle, keep thinking upside down triangle, and scraggly, you want scraggly. So far, so this is it so far. Still getting that little thing, and so I'm using my scissors here to help too around the edges, so it's not so blunt. And just keep combing as you go too. That helps. I hope I'm not gonna be on one of them reaction videos. Oh my God. All right, so I'm done. comb it out so you can see a little bit of scraggle. That's what you want. You want that scraggle. Basically what you're doing is you're making these ends messy. You need them messy as you can make it. Now that I got my little scraggle action going on here, it's not so blunt. Then I'm going to take my gel, just a little dollop, and I put it on the end of this. So, again. So then, to do a traditional twist, you are going to be twisting, and you're going to be twisting each strand along with twisting the twist itself. So your hand is keeping the ends as uniform. There's so many 2-strand twist videos out there. I'm going to find the best one I can find, and I'm going to link it in the description box below. So once I get to the end of it and I can't braid it anymore, I'm taking a little dollop of gel and I'm putting it on the end. I'm just getting as much as I can on it. What I'm doing is just tightening the twist at the end as much as possible. So once you get to the end, light it up really good and really quick put it in the palm of your hand. And if you want to do it one more extra, don't be afraid of it. You might have to do it a couple times. Make it while rolling your palm. And that's how you get that little pointy end there. And so, another thing, once you cover it with gel and you're starting to twist it at the end, of course, like I said, you're going to be twisting each strand itself and then twisting the 2 strands on themselves. So every now and again, I like to put the strands together and go like this and comb them, because that's kind of like making it so that it's not always 2 separate pieces that are trying to go in each other. You're trying to make sure these ends meld together. So when you do that, you're kind of messing up the uniformity of it, and then you're going to separate them, which is going to help to keep it together. So you're basically doing the same thing. Make sure you put some gel. Make sure you have some gel on your finger. And you're just trying to, just that part is just kind of separating it. It makes it so hard for it to unravel because it doesn't know which way to go. So I'm going to do it again. And then put a little bit more gel on it. Just a little bit. You're not putting big globs of gel on there. And you're going to keep twisting it until you cannot twist it anymore. You can't go any further. And then twist more. So then, a little bit of gel on my finger. And then I'm going to palm roll it. It may seem like it's a little end here, a little exposed. So I'm going to put some flame to it. And then there you go. So I'm going to keep going with this, and I'm going to show you the result of it. I'm going to do that a couple times on some of these strands that are just way too long. I'm going to find its match, and then I'm going to cut one end of it, and then I'm going to match them up and then cut and style. I just want to make some quick footage of the result. My husband came home and he said, "I can't tell the difference, honey." And I was like, "Eee!" Okay, so this is the result of it. So, you know, this is how much I chopped off and this is how much I have left. All right, I'm gonna finish this up and I'm gonna show you the overall aura of the finished project. This is the result. It's still smooth as ever, but this is the length. I'm gonna do a little split screen. So initially when we did it, I said I wanted it at my armpits. Now I have it at my armpits. Initially when we started, I had it, it was all the way down to here, I believe. This is where it is now. Some of them I left a little longer than I wanted to, but it kind of worked out for it to the way it lays and the way I wear it. When I wear it down, I just split it in the back. I pull one side down, I split it, I pull the other side down. So that's normally how I wear it if I wear it down. I will probably do a half up, half down. Either laying it half up, half down, you know. Works out very nicely. This is half up, half down. It just, you know, has a nice lay to it. I'm gonna half up, half down it with a bun, and I'll show you how I do that. We're not using rubber bands because that would be even worse for the hair. I like to check. So I'm just basically twisting it and rolling it, and it just stays. And I twist and roll until I have about a good 2 or 3 braids that I end up with. And I pin those 2 or 3 braids at the end. I try to make sure that it's at the end, and I try to make sure that there's not a lot that the bobby pin is grabbing. If you're like, oh, I feel like I want to grab a little bit more, just feel it, just feeling it. Want to grab a little bit more, then you can. Doing the same concept. Just roll it like so. Grab a bobby pin and just wrap it around. Fling that bobby pin. And once you get to these little, you see these little scragglies that I have left over, this is what I'm going to pin down as lightly as possible. And I try to make sure I'm not getting caught on a cornrow that's on the bottom. All right, so let's have a look at this half up, half down situation. Braid, you can always, so if I would wear it half up, half down, this is normally what I would how I would wear it. Then at night, I put a little satin cap on it or put in a satin scarf to cover it, but I'm liking the fact that it's coming to my armpit, so yay. So be sure to like, subscribe, and comment. Follow me on my Instagram, follow me on my Facebook, and as always, thank you so much for watching and have a great week.